All right, good morning. This is Mr. Hoover again. This is going to be e-learning day number 2. This is Thursday, and it's going to be October 29th. We had some questions. Let's see. Yesterday, primarily the questions were, can I do it on paper with the actual assignment? And the answer would be no. I don't want you to do it on paper. I want you to do it on your laptop, your computer, unless you don't have one, which you actually should have your laptop, your computer, and I try to explain that on Google Classroom as well. Another question that came up was how do I change the PDF to a another document that I can actually type on? So I went ahead and I'm going to attach a video onto Google Classroom. So it doesn't take that much to actually look it up and on the YouTube and find the answers out. And this has been watched, I think, almost like 200 and some odd thousand times. So it's a pretty good video. It's really short. It's only like a little over a minute long. It's under 2 minutes. So it's short, sweet, shows you how to do it. Hopefully you've already known how to do this. That way you could have got done with actually the steps that need to be done. So we're going to continue with the Oracle literacy. That's obvious because it's going to be due on Friday, should voting be mandatory in the United States. Goals, you should be done with, let's see, step 1, step 2, and step 3. And I want you to work on 4 and 5. You're going to be looking at that Argument Writing Toolkit that I attached the other day, which would be, when I say the other day, let's go ahead and put that in perspective. I believe that was Tuesday. Let me double check. Yes, that was on Tuesday. I went ahead and there's 3 attachments on there. We already went over in class. So everything's on Google Classroom for you to be a successful student. Okay, so that's why we're doing these videos, to kind of like clear up some things. Another thing I want you to do or not to do, and we already talked about this on e-learning days, I don't want you to email me. I don't want you to do that. 2 reasons. Number 1, that way I only have one place to look at. All right, and the one place that I need to look at, and the most vital place to ever look at during e-learning day, is Google Classroom. Okay, you are in the classroom, and that's how you actually answer or get a question asked, and then I'll answer the question. So through a class comment. So that's why we've been doing bell ringers and getting you in the habit of actually know how to do a class comment, which you should already know how to do. So that's what we want to do there with that. So don't email me. That way I have one source to check, and that's Google Classroom, and I'll check all the periods periodically and see if everybody's on the right track or if anybody needs any help. It's just like raising your hand. You ask the question and we're done. Okay. Let's see. What are the steps? We can go over this really quick. You could read as well as I can with these steps, but we'll go ahead and go over them. So 1, 2, and 3 are done. I want you to go ahead and go on 4. Number 4 is actually crafting the thesis. When they say crafting, it means putting it together. That's all you're doing. So this is the central claim to your actual writing. It says, and I'll read this to you, the thesis should tell the readers what your essay is about. It should be a clear statement of the opinion that you chose in step 1. Okay, and then the rest of the essay will actually support this idea, which is your thesis. How long is the thesis? Well, it's going to be a paragraph. We talked about this yesterday. It's going to be 3 to 5 sentences in a paragraph. Okay, step 5 is very simple. Start writing. Okay, start writing it. It says use the outline. This outline. That's why we're doing this whole thing. Use this outline. I want you to use the outline. And it says on the next page to actually help you organize your essay as you actually write your draft. So it just goes over more steps. But if you actually write these things down, it's going to go over other things like step 6, read and revise. I don't think you really need to do that. I don't think so personally. What I would do is I would look at the transition words, is what I would do, and look at that in your actual essay. But I think if we get through steps 1 through 5, because then they start talking about some other stuff, and I don't really want to get into it. I mean, it says there's more steps to this: 1, 2, and then 3, and then 4. But go ahead and take a look at those, just in case. It's not too bad, but I would probably stop there. Okay, so that's an argument essay outline is what they're talking about anyhow. And this is not your first, let's say, trip around the track. Okay, so you're an 8th grader. We already understand how to write a Oracle literacy essay. So you have to do it like, what, twice a year? It's mandatory. You're in 8th grade, so you're in your 3rd year, and you have to do it for every single class that you have. So it's pretty simple. I like this. It's a really good instrument, and this is going to be due tomorrow at the end of the day. Okay, so we're going to say 3:15. We'll go ahead and cut it off, and that would be the end of the day on a Friday. Okay, and we'll just go ahead and stop it there. So again, this is Thursday, the 29th, second day of e-learning. Hope everybody's staying safe out there. And obviously, if you're going out, wear a mask. You shouldn't be going out too much anyhow. But I did put that on there, how to convert a PDF to a Google Doc. So it's pretty simple, it's a short and sweet one. We've gone long enough on this video. As always, I want you to have a wonderful day and a safe day.